On July 2, 1937, the world's most famous female aviator vanished without a trace. Amelia Earhart, flying with navigator Fred Noonan, disappeared over the Pacific Ocean during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Her disappearance shocked the world. 4 weeks, search planes and ships scoured the ocean, but no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their plane was ever found. Was it an accident? A navigational error? Crash into the sea? Or was something more mysterious at play, like espionage, capture, or even survival on a deserted island? Nearly 9 decades later, Amelia Earhart's fate remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. This is the story of Amelia Earhart, her daring career, her final flight, and the endless search for answers. Amelia Mary Earhart was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas. From a young age, she defied expectations. She loved adventure, climbing trees, shooting rifles, and collecting insects. During World War I, she served as a nurse's aide in Toronto, where she treated wounded soldiers. It was there that she first became fascinated by airplanes, watching military pilots train overhead. In 1920, at the age of 23, Amelia took her first airplane ride. She later described it as life-changing. As soon as we left the ground, I knew I had to fly. Within 6 months, she was taking lessons with pioneering female aviator Anita Snook. By 1923, she became the 16th woman in the world to earn a pilot's license. In the 1920s and 1930s, aviation was still in its infancy, and few women dared to take to the skies. Amelia Earhart shattered those barriers. In 1928, she gained worldwide fame when she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. As a passenger, the press dubbed her Lady Lindy, for her resemblance to Charles Lindbergh. But Amelia wanted more than to ride along. In 1932, she became the first woman to fly solo non-stop across the Atlantic. The flight was perilous. Icy winds, mechanical problems, exhaustion. But she landed safely in Northern Ireland, cementing her status as a trailblazer. Over the next few years, she set record after record. The first woman to fly solo across the U.S. The first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California. Speed and altitude records that pushed aviation to new limits. Amelia wasn't just a pilot. She was an author, a lecturer, and a role model for women everywhere. She believed aviation was the future, and she wanted women to be part of it. By the mid-1930s, Amelia Earhart had achieved nearly every major aviation milestone. But one challenge remained: a flight around the world. In 1937, she announced her plan to circumnavigate the globe at the equator, the longest possible route, covering 29,000 miles. Her plane was a Lockheed Model 10 Electra, a twin-engine aircraft modified for long-distance travel. Her navigator was Fred Noonan, an experienced seaman and pilot skilled in celestial navigation. The journey began in March 1937, but the first attempt ended in a crash during takeoff in Hawaii. The plane was repaired, and Amelia prepared again. On June 1, 1937, she and Noonan departed from Miami, Florida, beginning what would be her final journey. For more than a month, Earhart and Noonan successfully flew across South America, Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. By early July, they had completed 22,000 miles, with only 7,000 left. Their final challenge was the Pacific Ocean. From La, New Guinea, they planned a 2,556-mile flight to a tiny island called Howland Island, a speck of land only 2 miles long. The U.S. Coast Guard ship Itasca was stationed there to help guide them. On July 2, 1937, they took off from La at 10 a.m. Their radio communications were spotty, but Amelia's last confirmed message came at 8:43 a.m. the next day. "We are on the line 157 to 337. We will repeat this message. We will repeat this on 6,210 kilocycles. We are running north and south." Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan were never heard from again. The U.S. government launched the largest naval air search in history at that time. Dozens of planes and ships scoured 250,000 square miles of ocean. They searched Howland Island, nearby Baker Island, and countless reefs. But there was no sign of the plane. The official conclusion was that Earhart's Electra had run out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific. But without wreckage, the mystery only deepened. Over the decades, countless theories have emerged about what really happened. Crashed at sea. The most widely accepted theory is that the plane ran out of fuel near Howland Island and sank. The ocean is vast and deep, making recovery nearly impossible. The Gardner Island hypothesis. Some believe Amelia and Noonan landed on Nikumaroro Island, then called Gardner Island, about 350 miles south of Howland. In the 1940s, human bones, shoes, and airplane parts were found there, suggesting possible survival. Japanese capture theory. Another theory claims they were captured by the Japanese military in the Marshall Islands, suspected of being spies. Some locals claim to have seen a white woman pilot imprisoned. Double life conspiracy. A fringe theory suggests Amelia survived, returned to the U.S. under a new identity, and lived out her life in secret. Despite decades of speculation, no definitive proof has ever surfaced. Even in Disappearance, Amelia Earhart's impact was enormous. She became a symbol of courage, independence, and ambition. For women especially, she was proof that the sky was not the limit. She encouraged young girls to pursue careers in science, aviation, and exploration. Her legacy lives on in aviation schools, scholarships, and organizations that bear her name. Her disappearance, far from tarnishing her reputation, only made her legend grow. In recent years, modern technology has reignited the search for Amelia. Explorers have used sonar, underwater drones, and deep-sea submersibles to search near Howland Island. Others have focused on Nikumaroro, where artifacts like a woman's shoe and a piece of aluminum thought to be from her plane were found. Still, the ocean keeps its secrets. The mystery endures. Her disappearance remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Whether she crashed at sea, landed on a deserted island, or met some other fate, her story continues to inspire generations. She was more than a pilot. She was a pioneer who dared to dream bigger than society allowed. Amelia Earhart's final flight may have ended in mystery, but her legacy continues to soar.